definitely seen a lot of depression at our school.
Like, I'm not enough. Kids just bring themselves down, and then that brings them into a state of depression, a state of loneliness, and just feeling like they don't have anything because they don't feel like they belong.
How disconnected people are, especially at public school, that people who don't know Christ, even people who do know Christ, how easy it is to move away from that and then try to find your identity in something that isn't substantial, something that isn't everlasting. People try to fit in so much that they're willing to do whatever anybody else around them is doing, even if they do not like it. Or once we started FCA my sophomore year, my view of public high school definitely changed.
FCA helps me combat everything going on in my life because when I walk into the room, there's like a different environment. You walk into the room and everything around you that's going on in your life, it just disappears just for maybe 45 minutes where you could just sit there and enjoy everybody's presence, everybody hanging out, fellowshipping together, listening to the Word of God.
Having huddles brings all of us together that care and that want to learn about Christ. That just really helps to keep the idea of God in my head.
I would say that having the presence of FCA on a campus helps to combat all those things by having a place where kids do feel like they belong. Every other Thursday, I get to come into the gym and I get to be with a group of people who welcome me, who play games with me, who actually sit down and have face-to-face conversations with me. And I think that brings them into an aspect of a family. Like when I go to an FCA huddle and I look at the leaders around me, or I look at the students that come and fill our gym, I'm like, this is family. This is the kids that also see how much love that Christ can bring into our lives, and that through him, we all belong. Through him, we are children of God, and we are loved, and we are special. To Christ, we are enough.
When I first came into high school, I was a Christian, but not a strong Christian. One of my friends invited me to go to a FCA huddle, and I really enjoyed it. Later on in the year, my father passed away, and it was very difficult. I walked away from the Lord. I was very angry with him. I didn't know how to deal with anything, and I thought to put all my emotions into being angry at God. I was blaming him for everything that happened. And towards the end of the year, my same friend invited me. He said, hey, there's going to be free pizza. You should show up to the huddle today. And I was like, yeah, okay, I like free pizza. And so I showed up that day. The message was about being angry with God, and I felt like the speaker was speaking directly to me. After that, I went up to one of the officers and I devoted my life to God again.
Definitely just always know that God is there with you, and that even if you pull away from him, he'll always keep going after you, and he always wants you to be with him. He loves you as much as he can, and a deeper love than you will ever imagine.
I think it's definitely very important to surround yourself with the right people. So if you have to go out of your way to find people who match what you believe in and share the same faith that you do, community is so important, so you can bounce ideas off each other and hold each other accountable, and just make sure you have that ever-present joy of Christ in each other's lives.